Hello everyone, it is Thursday, April 30th. Oh my gosh, only 5 more days until the new catalog, or till I can pre-order from the new catalog. Okay, so I am in the final stages of prepping an order. I had an order for 40 cards, 40 birthday cards, for a local realtor that she gives to her clients. So I just wanted to pop on and show you what I was doing. This is a really simple sketch and idea that you can sort of grow and make it be more complicated or keep it super simple. And it's a great way to use a patterned paper if you feel like you've got way too much paper and you want to buy some new stuff, but you got to use up the old stuff first. So these are all pieces that are going to be retiring. You won't be able to get this paper after the end or after June 2nd. So these two pieces are from the Woven Threads DSP pack, and they came in 12 by 12 sheets, and you can see I'm concentrating here with the pretty peacock. And then this is from the In Color, and these are just the 6 by 6 sheets, and it will also be retiring. Hello, Teddy. So I needed to make, this is my 4th design for this order. I did 4 designs, 10 cards each, but I wanted a card that I was going to be able to, they could use for male clients, masculine card. So I thought peacock was a nice blue to use. I didn't think any of these patterns were too girly, for lack of a better word. And then we're just going to throw this swirl on for our sentiment. Hey, Miranda. So super basic. We've got our thick Whisper White cardstock, 4.5 by 4.25 by 5.5. So I am doing this card in this manner. You can see I've already kind of got one card front put together like this. And because it's a masculine card, I was fine with this. If you wanted to play around with this design, I would suggest that you actually cut your cardstock the other orientation, so the long way, so it's like 11 long and then the 4.25 wide, and that way you could wrap ribbon around it. So I'm just going to pull, if I have one, a card that's in that orientation just to show you what I mean. Of course I don't, because we don't generally make cards in that orientation very often. Maybe this one is, nope. So if it were the other way, let's pretend the card, we'll use this one. Hey, Rebecca, but it's closed. So if you had it in this orientation, then you would have the option to say, put some ribbon across the top and tie it around your card. Because of the way I've done it, I don't have that option. But like I said, because I am planning this card for them to use for their male clients, I didn't want to put any ribbon on it. Although this denim ribbon would look really nice on there if you wanted to make this card. This ribbon is not retiring, yay. So another reason I'm not in any hurry to use it up. So we're gonna do that. So we have our card base, 5.5 by 4, or 8.5 by 5.5, cut in half, or folded in half. So this piece is 4 by 5.25. Because I am running low on nail and it is on back order, I'm using my my liquid glue to put my card fronts on at the moment. But what I'm going to do before we do that is we're going to put the strips on. So these strips are each 5 1/8 long, and they're 1 1/4 wide. And I just like that gives us really nice spacing. It allows us to do a little bit of a border around each and see the peacock cardstock behind. So I'm going to use my snail. So I like to go across the top, and I like to go on strips like this. I actually like to go 5 little strips across. So when I do cards like this, I start on either side so that I can sort of figure out what my border is going to be on the edge, make sure it's lined up, and then I do the other edge, and then I do the middle. And that way the middle is nicely spaced between the two edges. If you start edge to middle to edge, you run the risk of not having your pieces evenly spaced. And if you're not super visual and great with spacing, then that will be an issue. And that would be an issue for me for sure. So I like to do it this way instead. Start at each edge and work my way in. And you can tell each of these may not be exactly the same because I like to cut several pieces of paper at once, but fairly close. And then we're going to do the middle piece. You can see this one is peacock in either side, so I could change up my pattern if I want, but I wanted to use Very Vanilla as my base, and this cardstock has white on the other side. So that's why I decided to go with this edge. Also, I thought I liked how this sort of was similar to these and bringing out a bit of the light tones. So there's our card front. Okay, and then like I said, we're just going to adhere it to there. And I'm going to use my Tombow because like I said, I'm running low on snail. I know lots of people who love, this is the glue they use for everything. You can hear I'm even running low on this, although I think I have a new one. So I kind of just go like this so that it's not going to squoosh out the edges. Yes, that's a very technical term, squoosh. And you could put this either orientation. I've been doing it this way. And then we're just going to center this on our card front. The lovely thing about using this adhesive is you have a little bit of wiggle room. So once you stick it down, if you don't like exactly where you have it, you can kind of slide it around versus the snail. Once you stick that bad boy down, there's not much sliding going on. Okay, so boom, we have it. So now I am going to take this. So again, Very Vanilla is what I'm using. I like to try to do Very Vanilla when I can because I find we make so many cards in white and then I have all this Very Vanilla cardstock that I'm not using. Also, I happen to have at the moment more Very Vanilla envelopes than I do white ones. So yes, it is a pandemic. We are just doing what we can. So we're gonna pull out the Big Shot. We're gonna put our die on there and we're gonna run it through. And of course, I could be running through 2 sheets of cardstock at once, which I will do when I start making more of these because I need to get 10 of these cards made. And it will cut through both at once. So we'll put the Big Shot back, we'll bring this over. This die, in case you're wondering, is from it's part of that Poppy suite, which is carrying over, which is lovely. So you'll be able to continue to purchase that. So this is part of the Painted Labels dies, this big circle. And then we're just gonna pop it out. And thankfully this one, hey Lynn, this one pops out pretty quick. I'm going to use my Take a Pick tool is upstairs. So this is my secondary tool. I've been doing lots of crafting wherever I can fit it in. Kiddo is having his daily dose of before lunch screen time. And we've done some homework. We've done some outside sort of physical activity time. We are really just putting all the things together. So yeah, so you can punch those out. I won't do that right now, but because I'm going to use the die again, you're going to want to punch those out. If you don't punch them out, then you'll sometimes find when you use the die again, it doesn't actually cut as nicely. So this is it. This is honestly all I'm putting on this card. Now, I want to throw at this again, just especially for those of you who've just joined. You could definitely make this card fancier. If you had it in the other orientation, you could put some ribbon or twine up top, which I would totally do if I wasn't gearing it for a male recipient. I might still put some bling on here, like I have the faceted dots in the in color, which will be retiring. So I might put some of those on there, but I'm not sure I have enough for all 10 cards. So I'm kind of deciding and I'm going to leave that till the last minute. Now, I'm going to stamp on Very Vanilla in the Pretty Peacock. I am using a retired birthday stamp, so don't hold that against me, but I liked this sentiment and so I wanted to use it. Okay, you can't get this sentiment anymore, but of course you know that you can get plenty of birthday stamps. Now, when we're using our photopolymer, I like to stamp on these piercing mats, which I don't think are carrying over. So if you don't have one of these, you might want to get one. And now this stamp, because it's got this big U with I have to line it up so that that will stay on my image. So you're going to see how I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to make sure that goes right there. There we go. And there is that. I love that font. So pretty. I'm always sad when ones that I really love to have retired. So if they're really great birthday ones or other sentiments that I totally love, I'm not going to lie, I hang on to them. So boom, that is our card. Now, I had considered wrapping some twine behind there, but I don't have any peacock twine. I only have vanilla, and that's retired as well. And I don't want to add more vanilla. So I'm going to just leave it like that. We are going to pop that up with dimensionals, of course. And of course, like always, my open pack of dimensionals is upstairs. And then that is going to be that, my friends. Super simple. So like I said, if you have cardstock that you love, and you love like more than one of the pieces and you kind of want to put them together, this strip method is a great way to do that. It's not labor intensive. You can cut a whole bunch of pieces at once, and then you can just like mindlessly adhere while you're watching TV or, you know, waiting for food at a restaurant, although we're not doing that right now, but that's the kind of thing that I would do. And then I'm just going to put this in the bottom corner. And just like that, we have a card. So quick, so quick. So that's it. That's all I wanted to do right now. Aw, thank you, Lynn. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I know things have been a bit crazy. I'm a bit sort of sporadic here and there, but I'm honestly struggling with kiddo at home on the 2 days that I don't go to work. I don't sort of have the same kind of crafting time that I would normally have undisturbed. So I've been trying to just fit things in when I can. Also, like I said, I had this big order to get out. So that's exciting. And I'm prepping for my virtual bingo class. So that is also exciting. But I get to pre-order from the new catalog next week. Super exciting. And then I will hopefully be able to start sharing a few things from there, but not getting you too excited. And I've got some great things I want to sort of be putting out just with some of the stuff that's retiring, so you don't forget, in case you want to grab it before it's gone. All right, so enjoy that sunshine. I was just outside, so just so you know, it's a little bit chilly out there with the breeze, but still worth getting outside since it is not raining. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you can put this card sketch into action, and I would love to see what you come up with. All right, have a good day. Bye.